All right, so we got our wheel spacers on, our smoke side markers on, and we're gonna add one more new product that we're releasing at Flat 6 Motorsports, and that's the sequential turn signals on the mirror. We were gonna do the headlights, but one of the ballasts were burnt out. Picked them up, used secondhand off somebody. So we're waiting on that part, so we're not gonna do that today. We'll do that in a future episode. But let's show you how to put these sequential. It's a new product that we're gonna be offering. Plug and play. Takes it from just a traditional blinker that's kind of one diode that stretches across to a nice kind of modern looking LED. So let's jump into the install. All right, so a couple of things that are helpful for this is you're working around paint and some solid objects. So we're just gonna take a microfiber and just kind of lay it there with the window down. And the other thing along here, we're gonna have to pry this out. So we're just gonna use some painter's tape or masking tape just to protect those surface. Don't ask me how I know this trick. It may have happened to me before. All right, so we're just gonna use a simple trim tool. Just get behind here, and this will pull out from the center. It's got a little retainer. Apply a little pressure, and it'll pull straight out. There it goes. And that'll disengage from the clips. And then behind here, just to protect the paint, we're gonna pull off these electrical connections. So that'll disengage. And now we take the mirror and set that aside. Now there's several torque screws within the mirror housing, so you're gonna have to remove all of those, which will release the cover of the mirror off. And then you simply just pull it up and it comes right off. Just make sure to get that harness off too. And now with the housing, you'll see two torque screws right here that hold the actual turn signal on to the body, and you're just gonna remove those two screws. With that removed, you can just pull the light right off, it slides right off. And here's the stock one. Not a bad looking part, but the aftermarket one just kind of gives it a better, more modern look. It's stealth. And you can just feed this back into the housing. Goes on the same way it came off. So nice stealth look right here with the dark smoked lens on the black. And here it is finished. So you can see the sequential light. Putting it back together is just the reverse steps. Pretty easy to do. Just take your time with it. And then now that we have these on and give it a nice modern look at the turn signal, let's improve these headlights with the new PDLS Plus LED headlights. We did get the module in. We've replaced it and we are good to go. So let's get going on that install. All right, so we're gonna first have to take all these clips off to remove some of this plastic paneling. Let's zoom in and show you how to do some of that. So there's several push clips here. You're just gonna go around and take all of these off. It might be intimidating at first, but after you do it once, it's very simple and I can probably get it off in about 2 minutes in time now. Pulling off these panels are pretty simple. Just lift up and out. So each headlight has these gaskets around. There's 4 screws that are a T20 Torx bit around here that you have to remove to get these off. So let's go ahead and do that. Now with those screws removed, you can just simply pull up on this gasket seal, take it right off. And then to fully remove the headlight, you're gonna have to disconnect this harness back here. Just as the release pulls out. And on the back, there's a breather hose that just needs to come off the headlight. Just pulls right off. And then there are 2 T30 screws holding lights in. To disconnect the washer fluid sprayer that goes on the headlights, you just push in on this clip and pull up. And it'll release. And then now we can just pick up our headlight. Comes right out. And now with the headlights completely out, we're gonna put the new headlights in, and they're the same shape, so they go right in. It's the exact same steps you did to take them off. You're gonna put them back in. Once you have them in, there's gonna be some programming involved. So to make this package work, you're going to need a PIWIS tool, the Porsche diagnostic tool. You can use a PIWIS 2 or a 3. We recommend either going to independent Porsche specialist shop or a dealership, and they'll be able to code this for you. Now we're going to put a link below in the video that has the how-to steps to do this if you happen to have a PIWIS 2 or 3. It's pretty straightforward, just a few steps you have to follow to basically allow the modules in the headlights to communicate with the headlight central hub that communicates across the CAN network. So this coding basically allows the neighborhood, so to speak, understand the new neighbor. Okay, so there you have it. These are the headlights installed. They look great. I think really bring a little more modern look to the Macan. We didn't dislike the old headlights, but this certainly freshens it up, makes it sort of look like the 95B.2 with the facelift. These are the fully functioning PDLS Plus headlights. They're full LED. They have the cornering lights. Everything works error-free. Again, this isn't a simple plug and play. You're gonna need a few things in terms of the programming side with the Porsche tool. No other way around it. We don't sell these kits, so good luck trying to find them. You can source them from a dealership. There's some vendors on eBay that put these kits together as well. Other than that, we can't be much help to you. Again, we'll link the instructions below so that you have a guide or reference. But we are not experts in this field. We finally got it working with the help of one of our friends, and really loving it. Very happy we did it. So the aesthetics of this car is starting to look really good. Now we got to jump into some of the performance stuff. We have a few other things up our sleeves in terms of styling, but we're going to jump into the next episode. We're going to do the Cobb access port, put this car on the dyno, see what it can do stock, and then see what the Cobb access port on the Stage 1 map does. And then we have a whole host of mods coming. So stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching.